Texas-based oil and gas company Chevron has bought out Noble Energy with a $5 billion shareholder takeover. Noble Energy, also based in Texas, has played a key role in helping discover and develop Israel's two massive offshore gas fields, Tamar and Leviathan. Noble's portfolio also includes offshore wells in Africa and the U.S. Noble says it had reserves of 2 billion barrels of oil equivalent. Now it will be Chevron who holds 40% of the Leviathan field and 25% of the Tamar gas field. With me now to talk more about this is Noah Hager, who is the managing partner with the Kuckerman and Company Investment House. Noah, thank you for being with me.
Thank you for having me.
Noble is a Texas-based energy company. Chevron, the Texas-based energy company. I mean, what's the difference? What's the significance of it now being Chevron and their entry into Israel's energy market?
So I think there's a clear difference. You look at the breadth and size of Chevron. We're not just talking about an upstream player. We're talking about a global company that has midstream, downstream assets all over the world. And I think what's most significant is that the Chevron has assets in some countries that may not have normalized relations with Israel. So, for example, Venezuela, the partition zone between Saudi Arabia and Kuwait. So this is a real game changer, in my opinion.
A game changer, because you think Israel now would be able to make inroads into energy fields that they couldn't otherwise?
So I think first what it does is it gives a vote of confidence in Israel. It gives a testimony to our country's international standing. And, you know, sometimes the private sector can actually be a catalyst for political normalization of ties. So I see a lot of opportunity, especially in developing the downstream segments here in Israel, whether it's gas to liquids processing, using Chevron's knowledge in the petrochemical space. So I see a lot of opportunities there.
Does this indicate American belief, Chevron's belief in the success of Tamar and Leviathan? I mean, they really just started getting up and running a few months ago, really. Does this show Chevron's belief in what Israel can do in the offshore gas field?
So I think there was a lot of trepidation for these bigger companies to come into Israel. And I think what happened is, first, they used Energean as a case study, who came in. It's a Greek energy company. They came in and bought the Karish and Tanin fields. And they've been very successful at developing them at a very good pace without the bureaucracy that you usually expect in Israel. So I think this played into Chevron's decision-making of, okay, Israel's open for business. And I really think that there's been a question, is Chevron going to divest the assets,
yes,
hold on longer term? And I really think that they see the cash flow potential. These are producing fields, significant cash generation, and I think they saw the value here.
I also want to note that this deal came just on the heels of government approval of another pipeline, the EastMed pipeline, right? This is a long, 1,100-mile-long pipeline. Israel, Cyprus, it connects Italy and Greece. It's a new opportunity. Is the timing important also?
Yeah, I think when a lot of investors looked at the Leviathan and Tamar fields, they saw that the Israeli market was just too small for the capacity of these fields. And by approving the EMG, not the subsea pipeline, the EastMed pipeline, it really opens up the export potential to Europe.
For the whole European Union.
For the whole European Union, because once you're connected to Greece and Italy, the pipelines kind of interconnect. And I think that de-risks the profile of these assets for them.
So Chevron's here, I mean, for Israeli investors, for the Israeli energy industry, are they going to feel an immediate impact, a difference, now with this $5 billion takeover?
So I think what's expected is that if Chevron's here, you may see some of the other players, maybe like an ExxonMobil that was recently in the news, maybe taking a look at the exploration packages offered. And I think you might see one or two more players enter the industry.
All right, could be, as you mentioned, a real game changer here. Noah, thank you so much. Again, Noah Hager, managing partner with Kuckerman and Company. Thank you.
Thank you.